So after seeing Early, man, I went and saw what everybody, I'm sure, is wanting me to talk about, and that is the big movie that came out this past weekend, the new Marvel movie, Black Panther. Jesus Christ, did this movie do really well this past weekend? I didn't even think it would do this good until, like, numbers started coming in. I'm like, holy shit, like, it was making $70 million on Friday, $190 million, like one of the highest grossing weekends of all fucking time. I think number 5. Like, that's sort of insane. Like, congrats to it. I was like, hell yeah, congrats to it. Like, Marvel just continues, like, to fucking dominate. I mean, it was good marketing at the end of the day. They put this out in February. Hello. Like, I remember, like, why the hell are they doing it in February? Like, oh yeah, it's Black History Month. It makes sense, and it fucking worked. This was a movie, like, I love the Marvel. I've been a fan, like I've said many times, I'm a big fan of Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I've loved the Avengers, I love the Iron Man, I like all these movies. Some I've liked better than others, obviously, but I've never really disliked any of them up to this point. And this one looked like I was like, that looks like another Marvel movie that I'll probably enjoy. Like, it's based off a comic book that I know nothing about. I was never really a comic book guy anyway, so I don't know much about a lot of these other than, like, Spider-Man and Superman, Batman. That's about it. I never knew much about Black Panther or Doctor Strange and stuff, but I said it's no different. Like, I'm not a person that would know much if it's close to the original source material of the original Black Panther comics or anything like that. So, yeah, I was looking forward to this, and I've been fucking bombarded over the last fucking week or so with Black Panther shit all over my fucking Facebook. Jesus Christ. Even the last few days, like, it's nonstop. It's like, damn, people are, like, really hyping this movie up to death. Really a lot. And then, like, there's weird fucking controversies because there has to fucking be any more with any movie, because we can't enjoy anything anymore without there being some fucking controversy about it. Like, there's the fucking dumb redneck idiot racist out there like, oh, what the fuck, there's a Black Panther movie, it's all black cast, it's called Black Panther, dumbass. So, and it's like, read the fucking source material. Even I know some of the source material, like, yeah, like, it's, what do you want, a whole all-white cast in a movie called Black fucking Panther? But it's set in Africa. And then there's the idiots out there that I didn't even realize this was a fucking thing until, like, a couple hours before I saw the movie, that there are people like, oh, that white people should not be allowed to see the Black Panther movie on opening weekend because their white privilege would be ruining it for fucking black people. I'm like, fuck off. Like, seriously, I'm going into this movie why can't we just enjoy a fucking movie and not, like, make a race thing about it? It's just, or it's a social thing about it, social justice thing about it. It's just to have fun. It's a fucking superhero movie. God damn it. Like, I went in, like, I was ignoring pretty much all this weird ass controversy, and I was just like, but this was also just driving me up the fucking wall. But at the end of the day, I will say, after ignoring all the fucking weird-ass controversy that's been going on with this movie that did not fucking need to exist, I liked this movie. I did. Just like I liked every fucking other Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. It is really good. Is it the best superhero movie I've ever seen? No. Is it the best Marvel movie I've ever seen? No. I mean, there are ones I like a lot better than this. But is it still very good? Yeah. It doesn't have to be the best one I've seen up to this point. Like, at this point, like, the Marvel Studios has kind of a certain formula of all these films, and it continues to work. And they keep doing the same kind of formula of these movies, and it's working. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. And this was a good movie. I really dug the shit out of this. It's a movie that is like, at the end of the day, after I watched this, I was like, I would like to see more Black Panther movies. After the Avengers, the next Avengers, 2 Avengers movies, like people like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth, who played Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man, are pretty much done. And so they gotta, obviously, I think, try to replace them with like Black Panther and all them, and hopefully X-Men and Fantastic Four, and people like Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther I believe could carry the franchise from this point forward, along with Spider-Man and everything else. As like I wouldn't be against that one bit. Chadwick Boseman is great. Goddamn, he's such a goddamn charismatic actor. It's nice to see him do a movie where he's not playing a historical black figure. One, that's like, I swear to God, every fucking movie he's in, that's what he's doing. And it was nice and refreshing to see him like do something. I liked him in Civil War, and I remember being a big fan of Black Panther in Civil War. I thought they did a great introduction. It was a great introduction to that character, and they did an even better job expanding on this character. It pretty much picks up right after Civil War, where he's taking it over as king, since his dad died in Civil War, and he's having to deal with like all the problems that were his dad dealt with are now his problems, and like that are going on in his country of Wakanda. Yeah, so like I said, Boseman's great. He's a damn good charismatic lead, and I every movie I see him in, even when he's playing, always playing the same or playing historical black figures, he's always a really good fucking actor. I've been a fan of him since I saw him in 42, the Jackie Robinson movie. What else? God, the whole cast of this movie is fucking great. You got like fucking Angela Bassett, who's fantastic as his mom. I knew she was in this. Forrest Whitaker, I did not fucking know was in this. He was not in any of the fucking trailers, I don't think. I was like, holy shit. And, like, I remember even jokingly saying, what at the beginning of the movie, I'm like they were showing all this cast members, and I'm like, I bet you $1 million Forrest Whitaker's gonna be in this. I just jokingly said that, and then like 10 minutes later, here's Forrest Whitaker. I'm like, holy shit, Forrest Whitaker! It's like awesome. He's like one of the heads of the government, or what the hell is he? I don't know. It's somebody could. I forget what the hell his title is, but he's really good in it. He's fucking Forrest Whitaker. He's good in about anything. The 2 performances I really fucking dug were the villains. Because really, the movie is like, has 2 different villains in this movie. For the first half of the movie, the main villain in this movie for the first half is fucking Andy Serkis. Like, because I knew going in, like, Michael B. Jordan was going to be the villain in this, but he isn't really the villain until the second half of this movie. Like, he is like not in much of the movie for the first half of it. Like maybe about 10 minutes, like maybe 5, really, realistically, of the first half of the movie he's in. But it really, the first half has Andy Serkis as the villain. Andy Serkis is fucking great. He is hamming it up to no ends. Like, it's fucking hilarious. I love Andy Serkis. And he was having fun in this movie. You can tell he was having fun. And he is just so off the fucking wall, and god damn it, like that guy is one. It helps that guy's one ugly looking dude too. He's I love Andy Serkis, and he was really good. Like if he would have been the main villain, I would have been like, all right, that's fine. Like I would have been fine. Like it would would have been like, well, it wasn't that greatly memorable, but it's only because it's fucking Andy Serkis, it is kind of memorable. And then, like, the second half of the movie, fucking Michael B. Jordan really starts to comes in as really the main villain of this fucking movie, and god damn was he good. I remember saying, like, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, man, I don't know about Michael B. Jordan being a villain. I don't see him being a good villain. I was fucking wrong. So props to him. He was really good. Like, it is kind of, I hate to say this, and people are gonna say, you're kind of being an asshole, but this is the fucking truth. They really do love going with the whole forgotten king syndrome or whatever, queen syndrome. Because, like, what I mean by that is, like, you have Loki in Thor, who was thought to be he thought was supposed to be the rightful king, but Thor took it from him, and he's jealous of that and becomes a villain because of that. Hela in Thor Ragnarok does the same fucking thing and becomes jealous and becomes the villain. And here again, we got fucking Michael B. Jordan, who, although his backstory is pretty good, like, he is the illegitimate son of Chadwick Boseman's dad's. He's the cousin of Chadwick Boseman, because his uncle, or illegitimate son of his uncle, who kind of betrayed Wakanda, and it shows at the beginning of the movie, betrayed Wakanda, and Chadwick Boseman's dad ended up having to fucking kill him because he betrayed his country. And Michael B. Jordan, as a little kid, finds his dad dead, and that makes him, like, hell-bent on, fucking going back to Wakanda and taking his rightful place as an heir to the throne, and, like, turning the whole fucking place upside down. And it's like I said, he is really fucking good. Like, he's a three-dimensional character. I would say he's a more three-dimensional character than fucking Hela was. Hela was just, everybody gave her praise, but I'm like, yeah, but I said the main thing that worked for that character for me was Kate Blanchett, because it was Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett's awesome, and she was really good. But I would say this is even a better fucking character than Hela was. It has a lot of the same story arc, but but Michael B. Jordan pulls it fucking off, and he is a really good actor. And there's a whole kind of subplot about how he wants to take all the weapons, advanced weapons that Wakanda has, and take him to the Black African American people of, like, America and all other countries around the world, so they can defend themselves against injustice, like against the cops. And they're like, oh boy. I was like, yeah, it doesn't force feed you that, but it's like, it's a kind of good and again, it's the plot of the villain, and it's not supposed to be like something we're supposed to root for. It kind of shows the consequences of what, if they did do that, like, what would happen. It's not like celebrating the idea, so fucking Republicans can fucking calm the hell down with that. I don't think this movie would have got as well received if they would have done, like, made him become the hero of the fucking movie. But yeah, it was like I said, I love this fucking character. He was really good. He was fucking really good. Like I said, I'll give Marvel this. Like, they took a lot of the criticism they've heard about their villains being really unforgettable, and they've kind of improved upon that. Like I said, with Michael Keaton, Kurt Russell, Kate Blanchett, and now Michael B. Jordan. Like, you've had some 4 straight really good villains as of late. Bravo, fucking Marvel. That's awesome. I even like Daniel Brühl in Civil War. I thought he was really good. I thought he was really underrated. Wasn't a fan of Mads Mikkelsen that much. But in Doctor Strange, but I've heard people that really love him in that movie. But like I said, I'll give them credit. They're fucking improving upon that. Really, like they're taking that criticism to heart apparently, which is good because that's been one of everybody's biggest complaint about the Marvel movies is that their villains suck, which I agree. But yeah, I love the fucking set design, the costume design of this movie. They try to make it as authentic to Africa as it can be. Like some of the crazy, outlandish costumes. That might sound horribly racist, but it was like, stuff that you would see in Africa, like people in African tribes wear. And they try to make it as authentic as it can be. And I give them fucking credit. Including, goddamn, that I cannot be the only one who was fucking distracted every time this guy popped up. If you've seen the movie, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you watch this movie, you haven't seen the movie, fucking look out for this guy. You'll notice him like a fucking sore thumb. Is that guy with that fucking big giant what the hell thing in his mouth that looked like a piercing, a tie-high dish, and like mouth. I was like, how the fuck is he talking? But he was talking normal. I'm like, how the hell is he talking normal? I'm like, how? Is that a thing that they wear? Man, that sounds really horribly. Man, this is good. Coming from a white guy saying it sounds fucking horribly racist, but changing the subject, yeah. Like I was like, that was a weird fucking choice, but whatever. Like the fact that you can talk normally, I was like, I don't know. God damn it, I know there's a few other things I want to talk about, now I can't fucking remember. I'll give this movie credit. This movie, it's a PG-13, but it's pretty bloody. There's some, like, they show some blood in this movie, but, like, just enough blood that they can get away with a PG-13. Like, when they're fighting, like, Chadwick Boseman is fighting for the crown. He has to do that a couple times in the movie. He hits some fucking... They're stabbing each other with spears and knives and shit like that, and it's pretty fucking bloody. It's like a fucking MMA fight with fucking spears, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty brutal for PG-13. I'll give them credit. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to talk about. I don't want to spoil too much about the movie, so I would just say fucking go see it. It's highly recommended. It's really good. Really, really good. Another home run from Marvel, and like I said, I'm glad people are going out to support this shit. I'm fine as long for a movie like this to make a lot of money, because if it's good, I'm all for it. So yeah, it's a good movie. Trailers. I got a lot of new ones, so let's get into this. Solo, a Star Wars story. So the Han Solo prequel movie, the standalone movie about Han Solo. Like everybody, I'm not that excited about this movie, because I would have been more excited, like everybody, if Chris Miller and Phil Lord was still involved in this. But the fact that they got fucking, robbed and kicked off the fucking movie, like half the movie already fucking done, and then Ron Howard comes in. I'm curious as to how this film is going to end up being. If it's going to be a fucking mess, I wouldn't be surprised, because of it's three different directors trying to show or tell their vision of this movie, and it could end up being a fucking disaster. I'm interested in how this ends up being. I don't have much high hope. It doesn't look bad. It's a lot of like, oh, look at this. It's literally like fucking South Park. Remember Chewbacca? Remember? Anybody watch South Park knows that. What I'm talking about. That's what pretty much this fucking movie is. Like, but it's like, it's Star Wars. I'll still see it. They still got my money. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Hey, this movie comes out on my birthday. I'm kind of cool with that. I was not that big of a fan of it. I liked Ant-Man, but it's one of those movies that I was my least favorite of the Marvel movies. I still liked it, but it was probably one of my least favorites. This just looks like pretty much an expansion of the first one. Like I said, I still love. Like I said, I'm excited for it. I mean, it's maybe it'll improve upon the first one. If it does, I'm fine with that. It's Angela Lilly is his partner in crime as the Wasp, and also I hear fucking Michelle Pfeiffer might be the villain. Fuck yeah! It's like, hell yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Michelle Pfeiffer's gonna be the villain. Hell yeah, I'm fine with that. So yeah, cool. Mission Impossible Fallout. It's a new Mission Impossible movie. Ethan Hunt is on the run, and people are hunting for him, and Tom Cruise is doing crazy stunts out of a fucking helicopter. I was trying to figure out what crazy stunt he was doing this time, and I think he's hanging out of a fucking helicopter. It still looks fucking crazy. I'm sure that's the one he's doing. I'm like, god damn, that fucking guy's insane. I've liked the last few Mission Impossible movies, and it's the same. This one's being directed by the same guy who did Rogue Nation. So yeah, fuck yeah. Like, I'm fine. I love the Mission Impossible movies. They're fun. Especially the last few. So yeah, I'm all for it. Venom. Venom. Venom is one of my favorite comic book. Actually, probably my favorite comic book villain, other than Joker. Like, obviously. And I want to see him done justice, like everybody. Especially after fucking Spider-Man 3. Like, I didn't hate him in Spider-Man 3, but he was in the last fucking 20 minutes, and then he's dead after, like, by the end of the movie. I'm like, what the fuck? What was the point of having Venom in that fucking movie? Like, I love the design of Venom in that movie. I thought he was really good, looked really good. Obviously, Topher Grace was an idiotic choice, but man, this trailer doesn't. This is one of the weirdest trailers because I saw it online before I saw it in theaters. It's like you wouldn't know this was fucking a movie about Venom unless they had put the fucking name. Well, they didn't even put the name of Venom. They just put a V. Like, you're supposed to know what it is. Like, there's probably people like, what the hell was that? Because they just show briefly the black symbiote and shit like that. They show Tom Hardy going crazy. I'm cool with Tom Hardy playing Eddie Brock. That's a great fucking choice. I'm like, but what the hell, man? Like, also, fucking make this a part of the Tom Holland movies. I'm hoping they do. They keep saying they're not, but I have a feeling they will. Especially if this movie doesn't do well, they might just pretty much put him in there, which I'd be awesome. Tom Hardy in the fucking Spider-Man movies. He'll be a better villain than fucking Michael Keaton. Even better. Yeah, like I said, but like everybody's kind of bitching they didn't show Venom. I'm fine with that. They could maybe kind of tease that a little bit, like an image of him, and maybe a little bit, but like I would reveal the final look of what he looks like. I don't even think they probably finished making him look what he's supposed to look like in CGI yet. So that's probably why. I'm interested in what. Like I said, I really want this to work. As I love Venom. It's one of those I'm crossing my fingers. It's from the guy who made fucking Zombieland. So yeah. And last trailer, Uncle Drew. This is a movie that kind of is close to my heart because I'm if there's three things I'm a fan of in this world, it is movies, wrestling, and basketball. And my favorite team is the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I was a big fan of Kyrie Irving for a long time. Now, not so much because he fucking left us. And now that he's making a movie about his Uncle Drew character. I never watched much of the sketches. But from what I've heard, everybody tells me they're fucking funny, and I'm like, this looks fine. It's like, I love the idea that he's like an old retired basketball player that's playing street balling competition. He has to bring all these old players, including Shaq, Chris Webber. Like, yeah, it's a movie for basketball fans. That'll be, it'll probably be alright. Probably people out there like, who the fuck's Kyrie Irving? Which I don't know. There's probably a lot of people that know who Kyrie Irving is, I would think. He's probably one of the second biggest names in fucking basketball other than LeBron. So yeah, like I said, whatever. It's one of those, I might see it, I don't know. I might just because I kind of love Kyrie, even though he fucking left the Cavs. Got traded. Or wanted to be traded. So yeah, that's as far as Uncle Drew and fucking Black Panther goes. I'll be back later this week. What is coming out this week? Annihilation, which I want to see, and Game Night looks pretty funny. That's coming out too. And I forget what the hell is that other one. I don't know. One day or every day or something. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I don't even know. But I'll probably see maybe Game Night, Annihilation. So until then, I'll talk to you guys.